Hi, this is IK. Welcome to more about functions reference. Here is one example of function in JavaScript code. JavaScript code is a high language code, and that high language code, when go to computers in memory, must go at first to virtual machine code, after that assembly code, and after that machine code. Why high language JavaScript concretely must go through all this phase? Why don't go directly to machine code or directly to assembly code? Why need virtual machine code? Reason is this. Every controller, every processor, microprocessor, there is a own assembler. Assembler is a program write with assembly code. And every higher language programs, write programs, we must translate that, said like that, to assembler. And the assembler go to machine language. But it is very, very long path that for every type of microprocessor, we code from high level to assembly level. It is a lot of coding. And because of that, we have a virtual machine code. What is it? It is something on the half or more down to assembler. For example, it is something, it is like half a path from high level to assembly, to assembler, to assembly code. And that, for example, 50% of coding is same for all microprocessors, for all type of microprocessors, for all assembly language. And it means we coding only one time, for example, 50% of this path. And other 50% we code for every type of, every line of microprocessors, of controller. Big grow of productivity. 50% is the same, virtual machine code is the same for all machine, for all microprocessors. Other 50 would be coding 1,000 times if need, if you like, to be compatible with that our JavaScript, the JavaScript language would be compatible with 1,000 type of controllers of microprocessors. But here I want to say, this. Every function in high language, there is an A. There is an A. But when and there is a code. Name is a reference for that function when we get in a virtual machine code, when we get in assembly code, when we get in machine code, it is fetch post name, it is a reference. And it is there is no some parentheses or no parentheses. This is reference in a compiling process, and in the end, in the machine, in memory. address of function in memory is, for example, 10101110, etc. And why we don't be use that reference, that address. It is address in it is address of memory space, and the address of memory space. Memory space is space where function code is memorized, layout, memorized in format of 1010, etc. It is a value. It is a code of function. It is body. And the name of a function is address, address to that value. And why it was very, very uncommon for me when I see function write like variable. When I see function without parentheses, I never before use that syntax. And it would be one of many, many, many reasons for confusion, for my confusion to JavaScript, a new type from, it is JavaScript from 2015. And now you see, it is nothing new. Reference to value, there is all, the variable, name of variable is reference to value of that variable. Reference of object is address to value of that object. All that I can write like this, what now see on the screen. And the array, name of array is reference to value, to some code of array. And it is in computer, we have only two type of address. Address of reference must be, and address of value. Address, it means address and address of value. It is also like in the street, in the town, address of house is address, but in house there is content of that house. And we must have two waste resources on two location in the memory. It is a location of address, reference, and location of value of that address. After this, it is not unknown now in JavaScript, when you have a lot of practice. It is normal that with constant, it is same type of declaration, same type, constant. There is three type of declaration, let, var, and constant. With same type of declaration, we declare members of this array. It means both post is variable and set post is variable. Set post, but because of right side is use state, we know now that use state give us post and set post, and that set post is function. That set post is function what can immutable update post. Post is variable, set post is function, but here it is right without parentheses. It is writing like variable. It is concretely here is the structured assignment. Assignment is value from right side. Left side is variable. And look at how the structured assignment is. Right side is some hook function, what we need in React, function component to immutable update state for create state and immutable update. It means create posts variable and set post function. But here in one row, we declare two functions. And what is interesting more, we can use, this is array. This array don't know name, array equals, no, we have no name array, but we have two names, post and set post, and we can use that names directly. It is something big advance for less to coding developers. In one row, in one statement, we have two variables for use. No complicate with the name of array or other, no. We have two variable and we can use that. We know that set post would be function when we need it. It means set post would be writing, or we will write with parentheses when we have a parameter for set post and ready to use set post. Use state. Use state hook, there is only one parameter here. And now concretely, this is not, this parameter is, there is a value. It is empty array. Empty array. And when we have value, instead of parameter, we have concretely value. It is argument. Parameter is variable. Argument is value of that variable. Use state in this moment is function is assign hand side of equation and give us left side possibility for left side. Name of this variable inside the array, we can use how we want. But if we said X and Y, we don't know many about that, and we forget and we don't use it in the future when we belong from here. But if we get back to here, we don't know X or Y, what is it? And because of that, we need to give a name to that variable, name that variable as this name spoke about them. And I will, second variable, we always start with set and camel, capital letters, name of state. Name of state. Second or third or the fourth, never mind. Always take care about how you write posts, singular or plural. Plural is array of many posts. Post singular is only one post. Postes is array of many. Post members of array is post. And write code like that. You strictly know when to use singular, when to use plural. Okay, and the our variable is posts, and post singular is members of post, and we crude when we said we can create, delete, update. What? Post singular. But when we update post inside array posts, we changed array posts. If we delete one post inside array posts, we changed variable posts, plural. We changed array posts. Update, delete, delete, what we have more. Read, create, read, update, delete. Okay, I said all. Update, delete, create. If we add one post to array, we changed that array. We immutable changed array. We always immutable changed array, but also we always immutable change every post. But how it is? A post array, we will change with set post. And that set post do it immutable. How? We don't know. That's code we don't see. We don't see code of use state, and we don't see code of set post. And it is declarative programming. Declarative programming. In this one row, one statement, we have two variables for immediately use. Two variables. We have one of them is function for immutable update, and we have all. And we have state, variable post or state. And we have all what we need for manipulation with array post. But all manipulation is from inside of that variable post. Inside. It means every manipulation, every action, delete, update, add new post is about inside members. Nothing is not directly with posts. And for example, update, when we update one post, that post we see in update form. We click on heading and we change heading. We click in text area, we type something and delete something, and it is changed. And who memorized that changes? It is a state of update component. Who save it? Who immutable change that concretely post? Who use state? Update, there is a use state, and of course there is a title and content, or heading and blog post. It depends how we call field, how we call part field of fields of every single post. And that component have heading and blog post, and have use state, and have the assignment, and have creation of state by user state, and have declaration of state, and have function for immutable update. It is a local state. And in this application, all state is local. We are now in read component, and it is local state, what we look at now in screen, because this is only React application, not Redux. We don't use here Redux in this application. And that is all very, very confused in the beginning. Very confused. Write function and variable same. It is concretely, we declare now constants. This is declaration what of variable set post, both variable, two variable. And think declare function. We never declare function. We define function. We coding function name, parentheses for a variable parameter. In curly brackets, there is a body of function, and we coding and coding what we need in that body to happen with parameter. Or with what happened with anything what we want. But we don't call it declaration. But in reality, it is declaration, but we don't call it, but it is declaration of function in reality. And here we explicitly declare two variable, but write is user state function, and it is possible. Okay, same is with it. Never mind what type of variable we have, all that is state, what created by user state. And it can be, it is definition, the simplest possible definition of state. State is what in declaration have user state. Hook function user state. And it is a state. It means that that concretely component have state, have function for immutable update state, and have location in memory. That state together in memory with concretely component, constant read here. Read component. Read component own state, status or state, and must have all function what we need for create, update, delete, and read. CRUD, create, read, update, delete. All that function must be in that component. Let's go to see read. Look at for post concretely. We can say that it is very, very interesting. What I said now, I said that state of read must have a function for immutable update. It is here. Function for immutable update. State, immutable update. but process of data manipulation is like this. This state data, concretely we spoke about post, it is only post, is hard saving in mock server. Mock server is out of get data from mock server is something asynchronous process. It is something where our React application must send request and waiting for response. And that position of data means that not enough to have set posts for posts, because set post only immutable update post, but set post don't send request to mock server and don't communicate with mock server. This set post don't clear form when we push add button or update button, but add button. A form of add new post must be clear. That function set post only update immutable update post. This function don't open make visible form update. This function don't visible. We need show edit form state false or true to have a visible update form, and we know we need update ID that we know what we click, which post we click. We need update ID state, variable or state, show edit for variable, post variable or state. And during waiting, we need have flags what will have us, hey people, you must waiting. We must wait for a response. And in that time, we can give our users in user interface, give some animation of waiting. We must inform user that they must waiting, and that it is normal. If we don't set user that they waiting and the program stop, user will immediately think that is gets something wrong. But to set waiting, process is starting, we have is loading. Because cannot set post that, and how many state, that many set post. But we need other function what use set post show edit form, because in 1 hour interaction, when we press button update, we must have show edit form, and have in that form we must have post what we clicked update. It means that show edit form must be immutable update in true, from false in true, and also that update ID variable would get value, concretely number, concretely ID of post what we click button update. And look update, for example. Look update, for example, update. In read, we have in read, in component read, in return, we have button. We will see Tinari. It is if-else form. If-else form. Here it is. If show edit form is true, update ID is true, it means exist value. Update ID equal exist concretely value. In that moment, we will see update form. Would be visible update form, and look at that form get post inside of that, like props and value post, concretely post, and handle update post props equal handle update post reference. It is reference of our function. And by that reference, we can, from child update form, call handle update post, what owner of handle is parent, a parent component, a read component. And thanks to reference, we can, from child, practically immutable update, state of parents. State of parents. It is importance of reference. And if we don't click update, we see that button update. We see that button update, and if we click on that button update, we have handle update here, and parameter post ID, it is concretely argument. Now when we click, it have a concretely number value, and the handle update can, and look at handle update here. We must handle update, have function handle update only for get ready, only for open update form, because handle update will open, make visible update form, handle update. And we cannot directly go to edit post, update post. We must at first to see, to call to see, here is to see update form. Let's go what handle update do. We are in a read component. We are in a read component, and first button update, open, make visible form update, and form update. After that, there is open button update. It is another story. And let's go to see handle update. Handle update post. Here is the handle update. It means function handle update must happen, have concretely argument value of post, what of value of post, what we click update, what we want update. And in the body of arrow function, we have set update ID, set show edit form true. We have immutable update, immutable update, or state update ID and state show edit form. It means that it's not enough only to have set update ID, set show edit form, set is loading, set post. No, we must have helper function. We can take it. What we'll do additional job, logistic job. And now, when we have open form, there is a update button. Let's go to update button, and by reference, that button will by reference will start in reality this function, and this is helper function also, and this function in body of arrow function of we have set post and set show edit form false, form can be closed, and set post in concretely of array handle update post, set post of immutable update array post, immutable update set show edit form false to false. This is helper. This is help function. And how many lot of job for that? Must know, must have complete updated post. It means must have heading, blog post, part of content, title, and heading, blog post, how I call it here, and ID, post ID, complete post, and set post here, map always method of array, create a new array, and set post immutable update is not complicated here because new array don't touch all the array. New array, how created a new array here? Parameter post, it means post by post, it is members of posters, plural, of array. Go one by one. Methods always take one by one, like filter, and get one member through parameter here, through argument here, and if post ID of that members equal updated post ID, it is update. Stay like updated post. In a new array, be updated post. It means in a new array, you will be ID that's updated post and heading and blog post of updating post. If it is not true, you stay in a new array like post. Again, second post, coming second post. If second post have ID like updated ID, okay, you will be heading and blog post, updated post, all would be here like members, new member. It is new member, it is not a really complete new member because ID is the same, but we now know, like before, but we now know that ID, that title and content or heading and blog post is changed of that ID. And the ID stays same, but we now that post, completed that post, there is other text in heading and blog post, but same ID, and stay in a new post. Next post coming, and of course we expect, and it is normal that only one post have ID, because ID must be unique identification of every post. Cannot be two ID in same array. Again, first post, go and look at condition. If this condition is satisfied, you are updated post in a new array. For example, say it is true, okay, that first post is a new update post. What we have value of update post is members of new array. Ako slučajno, if it is not, that new members is the same like it is, like its parameter. And again, second post, if condition is not true, stay in new array like post, like you are, not changeable. Third post, fourth post, five post, and when coming post which satisfy this condition, that post stay in a new array like updated post. Updated post, we have all value. We have ID is the same like before, but heading and blog post are changed. It is about update, but I think it is enough for this video. And most important, my goal was to spoke about, in reality, about state. And I thinking about state, it is like column in the skyscraper, some big house, columns, and we cannot delete, we cannot remove that columns. We can only some repair that columns, but never remove, because removing columns we switch off practically, blackout, there is nothing of our application. And but all in the same time we spoke about changes. State or variable is for changing, for update, create, delete, read, and how get in a same equation, not change and change. We see now here state or a constant declaration means cannot change like let declaration and var declaration. It means we can say let x equal 5, and after that said we change our mind and said x equal 7. It is like you see, directly changes x, but constant x equal 5. We cannot change in a new row in anything anywhere in application with only set x equals 7, because constant declaration, type declaration, don't allow it. Don't allow it. And how we change state? We change state, or how we change variable declaring with constant. We change them from inside. And we look at here, we change them from inside, and that inside is very, very clear when we have array, where we have object, and we can change properties in object. We can change members of array, but what is changed, how we changed inside false and true, how we change from inside is loading, where it is loading, where it is loading, is loading, how we change from inside show edit form. How? Don't, it is not our worry. We don't worry about that. About that worry, set show edit form, set show edit form, set update ID, set is loading, because that state is declaring with const, keyword for declaration, and cannot be changed. Is loading equal false? Is loading equal true? Cannot. Can be changed by set loading, set update. And it means that use state take care about that, take care how immutable update this state, and it is altogether declaring programming, declarative programming, declarative programming. We declare, and how we don't worry. We declare this, but how immutable change use state, we don't know. Set post, we don't know. We declare that and stay alive, also for other states. And when you coding it, experience it many times, more is better. All that would be normal for you. It would be new normal in programming, declarative. Declarative programming is the high possible level. It is a level higher than high level. It means React is coding, this application, what I code and what you code, is declarative programming. It is a higher level than high. It is the most high level today, is declarative. Imperative, it will be until now in my life, where you must all say, and when it is when is the story of yours. All story is your story. But here, you don't need the talk story. You only declare. This import. All it is declare. What you need, you import. What you need, you what state you need, you declare. What function you need, you define, declare. Use effect, how work, where is component did mount even? I don't see that even. And why we write constant, why we declare handle add new post? Because it is declarative programming. And I don't see until now difference between arrow and arrow with function word. Only I like arrow function now, and I like this kind of declaration, declare, constant handled newborn better than write function, because when we write function and state, and it is some not it is not uh, it is not the same, it is different. You must write a word function, but here if you have all function and variable, constant handled new post, constant is loading, constant for show edit form, constant handle delete, constant handle new post, handle delete, constant handle update, constant, and right side always arrow function, arrow function, arrow function with parameter or without parameter, and in body we write what we want. It is some common practice and more practical. More practical. Coding is faster, and you like after practice. I think what means why I learn, why I all my learning is goal of my learning, my teaching is beginner, total beginner. Why not junior programmer, junior developer? Not because knowledge is not knowledge is not when you get from junior to senior, but it is practice. Difference between junior and senior is practice, experience. And I cannot teaching for experience we need time, and in teaching I cannot give time. Only learners, student can give time yourself, your practice. Only student, but a teacher cannot give time here, and because of that you have junior to senior go by mentors, not teachers, but mentors. Mentors is there to help in practice of student, and practice, time, and the junior became senior. Of course, senior know more, but all that thanks to practice, and maybe 10%, maybe that knowledge is 10% more than junior, what junior learning through beginners courses. Teacher cannot give time. School is limited with time, months, years. and only students can jump from junior to senior with help of mentor or not help of mentor, by practicing and of course learning and learning and learning. And because of that, I like teach total beginners because they need explanation. Junior know all that. No explanation, understand all. Junior is developer what finished this, that what I teaching, or and many other people in the internet, many other books, etc., blogs, etc. Junior know that, but junior don't know what senior know, and must learn that, and it is possible only through practice. Senior have more practice. But now we have artificial intelligence. I ask every day something. I use artificial intelligence, and to me, I cannot say maybe 400% productivity is more with the Chat GPT. And I recommend you that use that, ask everywhere, everyone what you see, ask artificial intelligence. Of course, I like that you ask me, because our community is bigger, and there is a lot of discussion below. There is more. It is better when we have discussion below video, and in that discussion people learn. But now with artificial intelligence will be big reduction of that comment in other. I have no many comments, better say nothing comments, but other school will have less and less comments, because would be less and less question for that place, because artificial intelligence respond to us, and we also ask at first artificial intelligence. But it is nothing. It is nothing wrong for community below video, because there is a lot of question and a lot of discussion what artificial intelligence don't know respond, and many of that you you see after your practice. Practice will respond you question every question. But you must practice and repeat practice. Thank you for watching this video.